Hello, I'm Dave Mowitz, and welcome to Successful Farming. This program marks the start of the 13th season of the show, and the Successful Farming family wants to thank you for inviting us into your home each week. Now, on to the show. On today's program, I track the prices for late model John Deere loader tractors. And then we feature an exclusive evaluation of zero-turn mowers on the product testing. And then we visit a phenomenal agricultural museum in Washington State. And after these brief messages, we reveal the latest advances in tractors. So please stay tuned.
"2018 was the year of the combine. All the major combine manufacturers introduced game-changing innovation. Early in 2019, it became clear tractors would be the hot item for this year. Today, I'm in Jackson, Minnesota to talk with AGCO to learn about their latest innovation in the tractor category. They made headlines last year by introducing the Fendt Ideal Combine, a totally new machine redesigned from the ground up. Let's take a look at the tractor they're introducing this year.
So with our Fendt products, we strive to make things that much better than the rest. And one of the ways in which we really focus on that is to take something simple like a hydraulic system and provide additional values, benefits, and productivity to our customers. With this 900 series behind me, we include our 113 gallon per minute dual pump and dual circuit hydraulic system. The benefits of this hydraulic system can be quickly seen when operating those large implements in the field, but also just in the way we've designed our hydraulic system, it allows for better reliability of the system and having two oil reservoirs, as well as provides better operation, making sure that both the implement and the tractor are given the right amount of hydraulic flow needed during all operating conditions. On Fendt tractors, we use a lot of air systems in our vehicles. And aside from providing better ride comfort, as well as some key braking systems for our vehicle, it also allows us to provide an agronomic benefit to our customers through innovative systems such as our Fendt VarioGrip central tire inflation system. This VarioGrip system allows the operator to inflate and deflate the tire pressure on all of his tires when operating either in the field or on the road to meet the desired tire pressure for the weight and the application at hand. One of the things that we do at Fendt is we listen a lot to what our customers have to say. And not only do we listen, but we look to find a way to solve the problems that they are facing on a day-to-day business. And one of the things that we heard from our customers is we need better storage capabilities on these machines. Whether it's bringing food and water into the cab, or it's tools that are needed to make adjustments to their implements in the field, they need a wider range of places to store each one of those. Our engineers found the opportunity that we could provide multiple types of toolboxes catered to that individual operator's needs, as well as include things such as a wash box to allow operators to clean their hands or other items before getting back into the cab.
The year of the tractor includes innovation from Claas. The Axion 800 series tractors have been in testing for a couple of years around North America, and the company is officially launching the line to farmers in 2019. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska for a closer look. These Axion 800 series and Axion 900 series tractors are capable of tackling a wide range of tasks around the farm and were designed to be productive, efficient, and comfortable. With that in mind, let's take a closer look at the details and features that set these machines apart.
The Axion Tractor Series, this is the official introduction. But with the Axion 800 series, we've had them in pre-series about 3 years with a select number of dealers. We're also adding the Axion 900 series. So now we'll have the Axion lineup available in North America from 205 to 440 engine horsepower. And that integration, bringing it over, you can't just bring a European tractor and drop it in the middle of North America and everything's going to be good. Our safety regulations are different. Our standards in Europe, they have homologation. Here we're kind of self-homologating, so that's different. Our duty cycles are different. In Europe, they farm fast and narrow and shallow. We tend to farm deeper and slower and wider. So we had to take some time and make sure we had it hitting on all cylinders, that everything was exactly what we have to have and what we require for North America. So the Axion tractor isn't designed for all applications. It can do many things: transport, forage applications, baling, hay. It wasn't really designed for a specific row crop style that you'd find in the Corn Belt. 30-inch rows is a little tough for the 800 series, well possible. 900 series, not so much. But other row crop styles, 20, 22, 36, 38, 40-inch bedded crops, those kind of things, it can fit very well for. Tillage, heavy, hard pulls, transportation, 31 mile per hour road speed, great comfort, all those things are fit in. So it's for the livestock producer and the livestock input producer. In the horsepower hours per gallon, the higher the number, the better. What that means is that you get more fuel for every gallon that goes in. And when you crunch those numbers together, say for instance in a tillage application, we can save over a gallon an hour. And at $2 a gallon farm gate fuel, 500 hours a year, you know, you're anywhere from $500 to $1,500 per year. That's lower cost of operation for the farmer. So there's efficiency built in. These cabs have a 4-point cab suspension system. Suspended front axle, suspended front hitch, suspended rear hitch, semi-active seats. All those things give the operator, after 12 hours a day, I've had customers come back and tell me, 12 hours a day before, I went home and I just wanted to crash. Now I can go home and actually talk with my wife. I can actually enjoy dinner. I can spend some time with the kids. They feel better at the end of the day. It makes them more productive, makes them want to come back to work the next day.
In addition to the 2 new models of 6R that were unveiled earlier in 2019 at National Farm Machinery Show, John Deere announced new models for 3 families of model year 2020 tractors this fall. This recent release includes additions to the 6, 7, and 8 family.
So this is our new 8RX tractor, so a new machine form for the John Deere 8 family tractors. So 4 tracks instead of 4 tires around the outside. What that's going to give you is the versatility of a wheel machine, but those added benefits of an 8RT, so a track machine. So wheel performance coupled with track performance. So one thing you'll notice right away up front is a large 1700 series front axle. So this is exclusive to the 8RX program, and this really unlocked our capability to make this machine form. It's a very beefy front axle. It also helps us hit that 120-inch spacing that we need for this. So also on the rear axle, it is a little different than a wheel machine. It's not a straight bar axle running out. So today on the marketplace, yes, there are aftermarket tracks to make this machine, but this is a factory installed solution. So we're able to hit 26 mile an hour. There's no speed restrictions. So aftermarket, 15 mile an hour, factory installed 26 mile an hour down the road. So this tractor also has cab suspension. So in order to bolt that cab suspension on, we had to beef up our mid frame of that 8R wheel chassis to hold that cab suspension on there. So it is a unique center section to the chassis just for the cab suspension. So if you compare the hitch to an 8R to the 8RX behind me, the 8RX actually has a spacer in there that brings that hitch farther back. What that does is when I'm turning on the end rows with this VT that's hooked on there, I'm not going to run the tongue of that tool into my tracks. It helps keep our 8R-like turn radius, but again, brings us back into that track benefit of floating on maybe wet soils. This is a wheel machine with track performance. So our track tractors today are better in wet and loose soils, but they have come with some slight downfalls that some people really don't like. Turning on the end rows, you create that berm. So now we have a wheel-like machine with track flotation, and we're getting rid of that berm on the end row.
In addition to these tractor announcements from AGCO, Claas, and John Deere, several other manufacturers unveiled new machines. Visit agriculture.com for more information on new tractors from Case IH, New Holland, Kubota, and more.
Join me at auction to put a price on John Deere loader tractors. We get a farmer's lowdown on the latest Cub Cadet zero-turn mower, so please stay tuned. Today on Steel Deals, I'm going to be flexing my estimating muscles. I'm going to make a guess on what this tractor is going to sell for. This will be fun, especially for you if my estimate is way off. So what do I have to work with? Well, today we are featuring a 2017 Deere 6155M. Now this is a 155 horsepower tractor that comes with front wheel drive, a 20-speed power quad transmission, 3 sets of hydraulic outlets, and a 640R self-leveling loader. So what's it worth? Well, that's a good question. There's a couple things to consider. First of all, this tractor is going to be selling at auction, and auction prices tend to be a little lower than what you have on dealer asking prices. Second, this tractor is showing 996 hours, which is kind of high for a 3-year-old tractor. Considering this tractor's condition, and it appears to have been very well taken care of, I will estimate it will bring $89,000 at today's sale. Before it sells, I'm going to go talk to Scott Cook of Cook Auction, a firm holding today's sale, about mid-size loader tractor values. You guys sell a lot of loader tractors at your auction. That's why I love coming here. This is kind of a place to come and pick them up. What are you seeing with the loader tractor market these days? Is it staying even? Has it been strong, or is it backing off?
I would say the loader tractor market is as steady as it's been the past several years. I don't think there's any delineation other than possibly the rougher tractors. This 6155M is a very nice tractor.
Oh, yeah.
But these rougher loader tractors, any tractors, we're finding out, and the farmer's finding out as well, the consumer, is that it's costing too much to repair tractors.
Yeah.
So, going back to the 6155M and any of the tractors here that are loader, if they're quality, usable tractors, I haven't seen any price fluctuation except for when one is sold new, and then it's kind of like an automobile. It loses its first depreciation at the beginning. But other than that, all loader tractors everywhere I've been have been very solid, including here.
Where do you find the hot loader tractor loader market? And this is a mid to a large size loader tractor as they come. Is that mostly in the livestock areas, the hay areas, or is it anywhere?
I would say it's more or less anywhere, because that tractor in particular is big enough to pull a 12-row planter.
Right.
So
mid-size farm would be interested in it.
Mid-size farm, and a lot of times mid-size farms are running a lot of livestock.
Right.
So that's a great tractor in Nebraska. All of Iowa, of course, anywhere in Kansas, a lot of livestock there. And of course, southern Missouri, we're right in the heart of a ton of cow-to-calf operations.
So what price did you put on that tractor?
We've been asking, I think, $98.5 on retail price, and it's a short 90s tractor.
Thanks for that information, Scott. Let's watch that Deere 6155 sell.
85, 86, 86,000, 86,000, 87, 87,000, 86, 87, 87,000, 88,000. It's all money. 88,000. Now they're going to get here. 87. Now they're going to 87.5. And now 88,000. And now 7 times 88,000. I get 7 times 88. Now they're going to get 88,000. I get 7 times 88,000. I get 88. What about 88,000? Right here, 87.5.
Now, Scott Cook was certainly close on his price guess, but then he makes a living buying and selling equipment. Remember my guess? It was $89,000. Well, that's not half bad guess. Actually, it wasn't a guess. It was based on a price fact. I write a column in each issue of Successful Farming magazine where I analyze equipment sales based on actual dealer asking or auction prices. And my research tool is the internet. There are a myriad of websites that list either auction sold values or dealer asking prices. But my absolute go-to location for the most accurate prices can be found at ironsolutions.com. And you have the opportunity to get 2 free appraisals from this authority on equipment values, Iron Solutions. It's used by banks, manufacturers, and dealers from across North America. Iron Solutions gathers actual dealer sales, auction prices, and wholesale transactions on equipment built in the last 20 years. Iron Solutions is the place dealers go to set trade-in offers or sale prices. Now, to get your 2 free appraisals each month, go to agriculture.com/whatsitworth. Now, for more information about Cook Auction, go to their website at cookauctionco.com. I'm off to cover another sale. See you next week on another Steel Deals Report. For this product test team, we sent Cub Cadet's latest zero-turn mower. This is the Ultima mower to Gary Ballard of Marshalltown, Iowa. You have a bit of a history with Cub Cadet. You actually grew up mowing with them. You kind of like IH, as your insignia shows. But then you went away from them and went to other mower makes. And so this shows up. And you're thinking, well, we'll see what's going on here. What was your general impression of the machine?
I was a little leery because, like you said, we went away from Cub Cadets many years ago, actually. But anyway, I was really impressed with the design of it, with the openness of the design, but yet the functionality of the design. The offset front axle on it for trimming, the notch of the left rear corner of the mower deck for trimming, and the openness of the frame to where you had the visibility of your rear wheels and stuff, again, for trimming. We've got fences and poles and a lot of things and buildings and stuff.
You gotta go around,
we
right?
trim around and stuff. And so, first impression, I thought, yeah, well, I like the way it's built, but let's see how it mows.
Yeah.
Can't believe the job this thing does.
Really?
Best mowing job of all the colors I've ever had. It's got a really nice high suction, high lift deck to it that not only does a nice job cutting, but it lifts and disperses all the clippings to where there's no windrowing from this.
And you found out the price range somewhere around
$4,000, $4,100 for this mower, as far as what the internet price was, whatever.
Yeah.
And for that price category mower, for what you're getting, the quality, it's got a Kawasaki engine in it. The hydro in this thing, they're running fairly large hydro pumps.
Well, Gary, thanks for testing out the Cub Cadet. Sounds like it wasn't too much of a labor for you to do.
Yeah, it sure was. It was totally enjoyable for us to do, Dave. Thank you for bringing it out to us.
Well, I'll see you again on another Product Test Team Report. Join me as I tour a phenomenal ag museum in Washington after these brief messages. This week on Age of Siren, we're going to do something special, something I've wanted to come and see for many years. That's the Eastern Washington Agricultural Museum in Pomeroy, Washington. My old friend David Ruark, who I've known by telephone and email only for, oh my gosh, well over 10 years, possibly longer than that, has invited me to come out here to see their museum. But this is far larger than I even conceived pulling up. I thought it might be a building, but you've got two buildings plus outdoor displays here. And this all started not that long ago. It seems like 2004 would be forever, but my gosh, that was the inception of it. Tell me, how did it get going?
Well, there was a big group of about 8 of us, got together one evening, and somebody had kind of planted the seed, but we talked, well, how about some old iron machinery and all here at our fairgrounds? And we think it'll work. And we kind of decided maybe it's worth a go. So here we are, several years later.
This is in a unique part of the United States. This is the Palouse country.
Yes.
And it's the rolling hills of Eastern Washington. So this museum not only is interesting because of the fact that it's just a great collection of stuff, but you have equipment out here you won't find any other place in the country. You have kind of a rare Harris side hill combine. Hillside, I'm sorry. I'll get that right one of these days. I'm a Midwesterner. It's all side hills back there. Describe that combine, because it's unique. You'll never find it outside of this area of the country, would you?
Not generally. California some, but it's we have steep hills here. And the combine is designed as one side went down, the other side went up. And so Harris leveled more than any of the other makes. And so they were very popular.
So the running gear itself would actually literally tilt to keep the combine level.
Basically, the new ones, the axle tilts, but on these, one tire would go up and the other go down, and they would still stay parallel.
This was a horse-drawn.
Horse-drawn originally, and later tractor-drawn, yes, sir.
How many horses did it take to pull something like that?
depend on the soil and the terrain, but 33 head was not uncommon.
So a large part of what you're doing here is not only the pleasure of the museum itself and showing these people, it's preserving this equipment then.
Yes, sir.
Because that would have been lost if it hadn't been for efforts such as yours or the members of this group to have gone out there and found it and then restored it. So David, if they want to get the information, the telephone number to take a tour, they should go to your website then. That's where the great starting point.
Yes, sir.
So we'll return next week to continue our tour of the Eastern Washington Agricultural Museum. Please join us next week for another outstanding show. I tour a massive farm shop in the making and then track prices for track skid steer loaders. We return to Washington to continue our farm museum tour and feature our exclusive product test team report. This time, one of our farmer evaluators sizes up battery-powered chainsaws. See you next week right here on Successful Farming. Hi, I'm Dave Mowitz. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe right here if you haven't already, and click that little bell right here to be notified when we post a new video. And click here to see more great episodes from Successful Farming Television.